You.
Hi, this is Kevin Kraut, Ogden Kraut's son. I'm going to relay a story today, and this happened in my father's house, and J.O.E.L was there, and there were several other people that were there at the time. And anyway, he started talking about the strengthening the members committee. And this is a branch of the church that if there's problems or there's something, a person outside of the church who has, maybe causing problems or something, or in the media, then they're sent to try and take care of it in their own way or whatever. And what happened was, at the very end of the meeting, Roy Potter was there, and he was the policeman, he was the married policeman who had 3 wives, and it got into the news, and then all of a sudden they fired him and all these things. And
I want to find out more about the mysterious Strengthening Church Members Committee. Off to the church to meet its chief spokesman and the mastermind behind the I Am a Mormon campaign, Michael Purdy. What's the Strengthening Church Members Committee, and does it still exist?
I don't know, and I guess that's a question not for me. I couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
You're the head of media relations for the church.
Right.
And I've spoken to people, ex-members of the church, who say the Strengthening Church Members Committee does exist. Does it still exist?
I've heard that, yeah, there is a Strengthening Church Members Committee, but I couldn't tell you the details of how that works, but we'd be happy to provide someone that can.
Sorry for my confusion. When I originally asked you, you weren't sure. Now you do know that it exists, and you will give me somebody who knows something about it.
Absolutely.
So on the Strengthening Church Members Committee, the spokesman for the Mormon Church couldn't give me a satisfactory answer.
afterwards, George P. Lee walked up to Roy and said, Roy, I owe you the most heartfelt apology a man can give another man. And Roy says, well, I don't know who you are. I don't really know very much about you. And he said, well, I'm the one that made sure that you couldn't get a job in Utah ever again. And Roy really tried to get a job in Utah. I mean, he tried and tried, and he just couldn't get any kind of a job anywhere. And so he finally had to leave the state.
It sounds like an incredible urban legend. An ancient people stashed their gold in a cave where it remains waiting to be discovered. But for thousands of Utahns, it is more than an urban legend. They've bought stock in what's called the Dream Mine, and for 120 years, they say they've been waiting for the mine to finally give up its treasure.
He had a dream that there was gold.
Anyone who lives here knows the Utah mountains are full of treasures. But on this mountain above Salem in Utah County, there's believed to be actual treasure, as in buried, ancient, golden treasure.
That's a lot of gold.
That is, if you're a dream miner.
But it's supposed to be pretty rich. I mean, if everything is what it is supposed to be, it'll be very rich.
This is the mine that dream miners say will hold the key to a buried treasure left by an ancient group called the Nephites from the LDS scripture, the Book of Mormon.
They've said that there's 7 or 9 rooms full of refined Nephite gold that are buried in it. That's pretty far-fetched.
Inside and untouched, they say the treasure is waiting for the dream mine prophecy to be fulfilled.
Amazing things happened.
The legend of the mine goes back to 1894 when a Mormon bishop named J.O.E.L said he was visited by heavenly messengers who showed him the buried treasure in the mountain. According to written record, the messenger took John to a mountain just east of Salem and showed him a rich Nephite gold mine. He was instructed that he was to drill tunnels in that mountain.
At the far end of it.
That's what Bishop J.O.E.L did.
That's where the cap would be.
The mine operated in stages for years. Now the dream miners say they're waiting for the time when the mine starts again and they can find the buried treasure.
They firmly believe that messengers will come back again and tell them when to start, when to dig.
They bumped heads with the church, and that's not always comfortable.
In this 1913 Deseret News article, the first presidency of the church said, almost everyone have heard stories of how such and such found a rich mine by following directions given in a dream. Such stories have little or no foundation in fact.
Is it fair to say you can be both LDS and a dream miner?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, the church has no input into the mine.
The miners say any conflict with the LDS Church in the past no longer remains today.
This is not a religion. Do not make it your religion. If you want spiritual blessings and eternal blessings, go where you can get them.
And whether you believe an ancient civilization buried their gold under a Utah mountain or not, it's a unique Utah story that may someday make you rich.
And I think they hear that and think, well, isn't this interesting? And, you know, why not?
Now the big question remains, with all the mining that has already been done, have the dream miners found anything of value? The answer, according to them, is not yet. They say the world economy will collapse, the mine will come in, and the dream miners also go as far as saying they will have enough money to buy the Denver Mint, bring it to Utah, and use it to make coins out of all the gold that is believed to be in the hillside.